Hi, it's Jen from Not So Mystical Tarot. This is your reading for Sun, Moon, or Rising sign of Virgo for the first half of April 2019. You can find me on Instagram at Not So Mystical Tarot or notsomysticaltarot.com, all in the description if you would like a personal reading. I would like to thank everyone who has gotten personal readings and has booked them. I appreciate and I'm so honored by the fact that you trust me with all of your personal questions and secrets. I really enjoyed getting to know everybody. Thank you so much. And let's get started, Virgo. All right. You have been in a flurry of activity lately. It seems like you have really been doing some things for you for the first time in a long time. I think Virgo especially spends a lot of time doing things for others, but you have really had a fire lit under you to do some things for you. And the Queen of Wands, she does what she needs to do and she doesn't care what anyone thinks. She is in her own land. She is like, she is in her groove and she does what she's got to do for herself. This is a very out of character for you, Virgo. And I think that happens when you have just exhausted all other options and you are like, you know what, I got to take some time for me. I got to do some things for me, some things that are important for me, for my well-being, my family, me, for once. Because like I said, Virgo, very giving, very concerned about others. The thing is, when you have these moments where you are in your own land and you're doing your own thing, this Queen of Wands thing where I don't care what anybody thinks, I'm doing me, I'll see ya. Every so often we have these moments, this Four of Cups, this daydreamy overwhelm. I don't know what to do next. Maybe I'm doing the wrong thing, second guessing yourself. This feels like second guessing yourself. Oftentimes Four of Cups is boredom, but this is not boredom. This is second guessing. This is, have I been doing the wrong thing? Have I been putting my efforts in the wrong area? I don't know. Maybe I'll just sit here and play with this water. I don't know what to do next, so I'm just going to sit here and do nothing. I'm just going to sit here and do nothing. The good thing, it takes you a little while, but you do snap yourself out of it. You go from the Four of Cups next to this King of Cups. So you take your time. Definitely got these turtles here. Definitely taking your time, Virgo, to get to this emotional fulfillment level where you're like, okay, you know what? I did that stuff for me and it did fulfill me and it is for my own well-being and that's okay. And it takes you a long time to have things be for your own well-being and have it be okay. Most of the time, like I say, you're very focused on what everybody else needs, how they will react, how they will feel. But because you spent the time doing these things for you, taking this action on your own behalf, which you don't frequently do, and you really got into your own groove and you really identified what was important to you. Like I say, you have that little crash where you're like, what did I do? Did I waste my time? Where am I now? I got that heavy feeling where I can't breathe. What do I do now? I'm overwhelmed. I guess I'll play with this water and do nothing. Daydreaming off in la la land. But you do pull it all together in your own way. And I think people around you try to poke and prod you and get you to wake up, hurry up. And you have to do this in your own time. And from the Four to the King, it takes you a while to progress to this. You've got these turtles here, but you do get there. It's just not in the time that other people are expecting. So don't be hard on yourself for that. That's just who you are, and they will just have to catch up to you, or get into your groove, and they'll have to just deal with it because you're not going to change for anybody. We all know that. Now, you do have the Three of Pentacles here. You do have a good support system and you have people that are on your team and you don't always know that. But when you're getting especially into this Four of Cups thing where you're starting to feel like, I don't know what to do, am I making the wrong choice? Go to these people who are close to you, people who truly love you and care for you and who are there for you all the time. You have a team, you have a solid foundation that you've built. You're a Virgo, it's what you do. You build a solid foundation. It's your thing. So you have this solid foundation. You have this couple people, and I'm saying it's not like 20 people. It's people you can count on one hand and probably only a couple people who you really can go to for anything, and they have your back no matter what. Go to them and let them help you write things around. You don't have to follow their direct instruction because you never will, but let them help you write things around. Now, you have the top four major cards, and then you have your clarifying cards down here. Under the Queen of Wands and the Four of Cups. Stressful, right? Because you're enjoying yourself and you're living for the moment, you're living for you, and then you're like, oh no, what have I done? You have this Eight of Swords, and that's a beautiful thing because the Eight of Swords is all about you being trapped by you. And I think you had this card last month sometime too. I think you had it in the first part of March. All you have to do, though, you can see how she's tied here? This is a prison of her own making. If she were to take her arms are over here, right? If she were to slide her arms in, the ropes would fall. They would fall right down and she could walk away. She could take the blindfold off and walk away. This happens frequently because you're someone who is so concerned about others and how other people will see you, view you, how you will look to others, how you will provide for others. You get stuck in that prison, and that's kind of this daydreamy thing too. But it's something that you can change and you can absolutely walk away from. So I think you know that, and you've done the work emotionally and mentally where you realize this is something that I do to myself and I'm not going to keep doing it. So moving on, you have the progression of the Four of Cups, this overwhelmed, what do I do? I want to do something for me too. I'm doing this for me. I'm doing it in my own time. I'll evolve emotionally when I'm good and ready to do it, and y'all can just wait. And the clarifying card you have for that is the Nine of Wands, and that's all about observing. And you're smart to do this way because the next card after the Nine is the Ten of Wands, and the Ten of Wands is bearing a huge, huge burden. And you know what? You're smart enough to know that you can't handle that huge burden right now. You're going to do this Four of Cups to the King of Cups thing in your own time, and you're stopping and you're kind of observing, and you're going step by step, little by little, because you don't want to overwhelm and overburden yourself to the point where you can't handle anything that's going on and you revert back to that Four of Cups over and over again. So like I said, you do this in your own time. You do it, you take action when you're ready to take action, and nobody's going to tell you anything different anyway. So you just rest in that, know that you're on your own path, making your own progress, and of course, being the Virgo, you're always going to get it done. You're always going to do it the right way, and it's always going to work out for you. Now, clarifying this King of Cups and this Three of Pentacles, like I said, this is a wonderful reminder. You can have the emotional fulfillment you want. You can take your absolute time getting there. You're not on anybody else's schedule, and you never will be. And then you have this support system here, this solid foundation that you've built. The clarifying card you have for that is the Queen of Pentacles. So you really do have someone on your team who is, it's going to be male or female as well, but this is a person who's a very good steward of what they're given. Good with the finances, good with any supplies, any kind of blessings or abundant things that you're given or that you're giving to them. They don't squander and waste them. They are very good budgeting those things or using those things to their fullest potential. They're not wasteful, and so you don't have to worry about that. You always know you can go to this person for grounding and to know that you're on the right path. So I'm very interested to hear what it is you've been doing for yourselves lately. I'd like to know what that is, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for watching.